Good afternoon, and welcome. Welcome to San Francisco. My name is Lisa Villarreal, and I am here during this lunch period representing not only the Coalition for Community Schools as vice chair, but also President and CEO of the San Francisco Foundation, Sandra Hernandez, who could not join us to introduce her wonderful colleague, the Mayor of San Francisco. So let me tell you a little bit about our mayor, and let me tell you a little bit about the passion that he has for community schools. Rarely do we find an elected official, a mayor, who comes with so many vital skills and experiences that relate directly to powerful community engagement. From his early days as managing attorney for San Francisco Asian Law Caucus, to key city positions including Director of Employment Relations, Director of the Human Rights Commission, the Director of City Purchasing, Director for Public Works Department, and finally, as city administrator prior to his election, Mayor Edwin Lee has experienced every civic perspective for effective community engagement with schools. His dedication and passion for children and youth are evidenced by his extraordinary support for the San Francisco Department of Children, Youth, and Families, one of the first national city-based initiatives to support children and youth, to be matched only by his outstanding partnership with San Francisco Unified School District, which is one that many schools and many districts across the United States would envy. Together, they have forged a partnership to deepen community engagement in schools and have embraced a full-service community schools initiative across the city of San Francisco. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our 43rd mayor, and I might add, our first Asian American mayor of the city and county of San Francisco, Edwin M. Lee.
Well, thank you, Lisa, for that introduction, and welcome everybody to San Francisco. How do you like the weather? Well, as Lisa had a chance to mention, first of all, I want to thank her and Marty Blank from the San Francisco Foundation and Sandra Hernandez, who isn't with us today, but they're all doing such a fantastic job in working with our school district and our school educators to make sure that our school district is never isolated. I learned that a long time ago, that the best cities are the ones that place education in the very center of what we're trying to do as mayors. I want to welcome, thank you, I want to welcome the mayors of Lincoln, Nebraska, and Hartford, Connecticut here. Thank you for being here. I want to welcome all of the various school board members, the school administrators that are here today on this important topic of community schools. Thank you for coming to San Francisco. Thank you for interchanging and taking this opportunity to learn from each other how we can even do better. You know, I was talking with my education advisor, Hydra Mendoza, who's on our school board, who works right in my administration. And it doesn't go for a week that we don't talk to each other about the value of education. Whether it's her, whether it's Carlos Garcia, or now incoming director or superintendent of our school district, Richard Carranza, we're going to always place education at the center of our agendas. That's what we have to do. I can't conceive of any city in the country who wouldn't place education to the highest part of their agenda. It just doesn't seem like you're a city if you don't do that. And in San Francisco, we value that because we are knowledgeable and we know how important it is, not only for our kids, but the role of education in everything that we do. And the fact that our community school concept is alive and well in our city. We know, and we've had those years. We've had those years where we looked at the school district and we said, well, wait a minute, we don't have to kind of work with them. They're a state agency. and then the state gave it up. And they keep giving it up. And we keep having to respond. Well, for me, I'm kind of sick and tired of responding to what state's not going to do, that we have to anticipate the bad news, and we have to embrace our school districts. We have to make sure they're always a part of our city. That's why we've been working on ideas and programs to make sure our health department is engaged with our school district. Our public safety agencies are engaged with our school district. Our mayor's office, our budget office, our board of supervisors, all the other elected officials have to find some way to engage our school district, their administrators. That's why I've been talking all morning with Hydra too about how can I get a meeting with our CEOs and CEOs. Yes, our principals of our school districts. They're kind of like our CEOs. We've got to engage everybody to make sure we're doing all the right things and balancing all the things that they need to run a successful school property and a school program. I benefited from public education many years ago. In fact, now that I'm 60, those years are being recollected slower. But as a recipient of public education, I know for so many years that I wasn't passionate about making sure I succeeded as an individual. So I sought ways to succeed. There are more barriers to success these days, financial barriers. Every time we turn around, there is another barrier presented to successful education. And that's why the cities must be involved. That's why community education and community schools have to be a concept that everybody embraces. So I want to thank you for holding this important meeting here, because we have been trying to champion the whole community schools concept. We know that success of our kids has to do with everybody being involved. You know, from Arnie Duncan to Carlos Garcia to everyone who's been involved in this movement, we know that a success of our kids will have to involve everybody and have to involve it at an early stage. We can't let our schools fail by allowing them to be isolated. And so with your help, with your ideas, with the programs that our foundations are coordinating and implementing, the greater ideas to involve everyone else in the community with our schools, that's going to be, I think, the way out. The other thing I'd like to make sure you know, too, is that I think one of the newer efforts that are going on is really to involve more of our businesses with our schools. In San Francisco, we are leading the effort to make sure our technology companies innovate and find their success as part of our city. I would like that sense of innovation that many of our technology companies are bringing to their businesses to also happen with our school districts. I know that if we can innovate our way to better taxi dispatches, as we are doing with our technology companies, or better ways of service delivery, we can also innovate ways in which education can be a greater part of every kid's lives and all of the parents, and making sure we can use technology and the business community to do that. So we're going to be introducing these ideas, working with our principals, working with our school boards and our superintendent to make sure that we can also link our newest businesses that are doing great things and discovering fantastic ideas of businesses. We can also link them to our school districts and make them an innovative part. Thank you for being here in San Francisco. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for just being part of a great movement of community schools in our city and in our country. Thank you very much.
Enjoy your lunch. We will resume the program in about 10 minutes.